Welcome back to Troy Trojan Vision Student Government Association Officer Candidates Debate. During this segment of the debate, the candidates will have 2 minutes for introductory remarks, 1 minute to respond to each of 3 questions, and 3 minutes to summarize his platform and tell you, the voters, why he should be the next president of Troy University Student Government Association. Let's meet Jared Morgan, a political science major from Madison, and Will Thompson, a political science major from Montgomery. Jared, you have 2 minutes to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Courtney. Good evening, Trojans. I am Jared Morgan, and I want to be your next SGA President. Over the past 2 years, I've been serving Troy University as a member of the Freshman Forum and as clerk. And I believe that running for president, I can continue to serve Troy University as a whole. If elected, I would like to see 2 major changes to Troy University SGA. One being a better investment in the student body. I would like to create an incentive program. If a student comes out to a predetermined event, then that student will accumulate points and will receive a reward for supporting Troy University. Hopefully with this program, students will realize you get out what you put into it, and also instill a greater sense of Trojan pride. In turn, make every student feel that they matter here at Troy University. Second, I would like to create a stronger communication bond between the SGA and the student body as a whole by using social media outlets such as Twitter and Facebook. I believe this can be accomplished. Thank you, and remember, vote Jared Morgan, SGA President.
Thank you, Jared. Now, Will, you have 2 minutes to introduce yourself.
Thank you, Courtney. And as Courtney alluded to, my name is Will Thompson. I'm a sophomore political science major from Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm proud to say that I'm excited about the opportunity of running for SGA President. I've been involved in SGA since my freshman year at Troy University, when then President William Fillmore nominated me to the Supreme Court. Since then, I've matriculated up to the position of Chief Justice. Daria Laster, our current SGA President, chose me to serve in that position at the beginning of this year. Through my experiences on the court, I have obtained a vast knowledge of the laws and policy of Troy University and its Student Government Association. I believe that this is a necessity for anyone running for SGA President. As President, the SGA President is a voice for the students of this university, and it's between the student body of this university, the Troy University Administration, the Board of Trustees, and our state legislators in Montgomery. As President, I will create an open-door policy to my office rivaling any other administration in the history of the Student Government Association to make sure that no voice is too small for the ear of this Student Government Association. Secondly, I'll also be in Montgomery twice a month and voicing the needs and concerns of our student body to our state legislators, and make sure that the issues that are pressing to Troy University students are well voiced to our state legislators and our state government. The second fold of my administration will be to focus on a rebolstering of Trojan pride. Within the first 50 days of my administration, we'll begin the planning stages of the Trojan Pride Initiative, which will consist of a series of events and incentives for students to not only rebolster their pride in Troy University, but to also make them better representatives of Troy University in graduation and beyond. Thank you, and I look forward to having your support on February 22nd.
Thank you, Will. Now I have a question for each of you. What do you see as the greatest challenge Troy University students face, and how can the university and SGA help with this? Jared, you have the first chance to answer this question.
Yes, I believe the strongest, or the problem that the students have the most is showing their pride. Because I go around campus and I see students wearing outfits and things for different universities. And one thing, if elected president, I will instill a certain Trojan pride that every student will love to say that, hey, I go to Troy University, and I'm not worried about what's going on in the east with Bama, or what's going on in the, east with Auburn, and what's going on in the west with Alabama.
Thank you. Will, your response?
Yes, and I couldn't agree more with Jared. I believe that a lack of Trojan pride is an issue at this university, and I put forth a specific plan to attack this issue head on. As I said earlier, within the first 50 days of my administration, I'm going to start the planning stages of the Trojan Pride Initiative, which will consist of a series of events and incentives for students to rebolster their Trojan pride and to allow them to be better representatives of this university. I believe that we can achieve this through numerous events, educating people on the history of this university. I believe that together we can move forward as one Trojan nation, and I believe that through this Trojan Pride Initiative we can cut down on the number of Alabama and Auburn t-shirts that I've been seeing around campus and increase the use of Troy paraphernalia across campus.
Thank you, William. Now, William, the next question. From your observation of the role of SGA President, what do you think is the most important responsibility of the President, and how would you go about fulfilling that responsibility?
Absolutely. Well, I think the biggest responsibility of an SGA President is to be a voice for the student body of this university. Not only is the President responsible for communicating the needs of the student body to the SGA, but they're also responsible for communicating those needs to the university administration and our state legislators in Montgomery. And as I said earlier in my opening statement, I plan on being in Montgomery at least twice a month, no less than that. I'm going to communicate the needs and concerns of these students to our state government and to our state legislators, and I'm also going to communicate those needs to the Troy University Board of Trustees. The students of this university can count on me being a bold voice for their needs and concerns. I will not hesitate to have an open door policy for my administration. They are more than welcome to talk to me whenever they can. My door will never close as SGA President. You're always welcome to come and talk to me and voice your needs and concerns so that I can then voice those needs and concerns to our Board of Trustees, our university administration, and our state legislature.
Thank you. Jared, same question.
The biggest responsibility, I believe, is that the President is the biggest voice on campus to the administration for its student body. I mean, it starts at the top, and that's holding the Senate responsible for going out and understanding the needs and wants of the student body. And I believe if the Senate can, tell me what's going on, I believe I can tell my exec board, and also we can relay that information to the administration. And, the biggest responsibility, like I said, is the voice of the student body here at Troy.
Thank you, Jared. Our last question goes to Jared first. There are around 750 international students on campus, and SGA has the International Student Forum. What else would you implement to connect international and American students?
Well, the biggest thing is, showing the international students Trojan pride also. So if we all can get on the same page of showing Trojan pride, we're all one student body here at Troy University. Once you step on campus, you are a Trojan, believe it or not. But just to show them that the American students want the Trojan pride and the international students want the Trojan pride also. So I believe that joining them together and all working to that one goal of Trojan pride is one thing that we need to do with the international students and the American students here at Troy University.
Well, this is your opportunity to respond to that question.
Well, Courtney, I'm glad you asked this question because currently I'm serving as chairman of the Constitutional Revision Committee. We're working to revise our SGA Constitution and make a couple of changes in moving forward to diversify our Student Government Association. One of the unique things that we've done is we've allotted one of our new Senate seats to the ISF, as you alluded to earlier. And I think that as long as we have an international voice in our Student Government Association, we can then communicate the needs of them to our university administration, and they will be better served. I also think that we can do much more within our power to encourage American students to go and participate in these international events. Talked about our Trojan Pride initiative that we're going to be starting within the first 50 days of my administration. We will encourage and provide incentives for those students who participate and step across the aisle and participate in events with international students, and hopefully we can continue to grow as one Trojan nation.
Thank you. Now we're nearing the conclusion of our program. Our candidates will have up to 3 minutes to summarize their candidacy. Will, here's your chance to tell our viewers why they should vote for you for SGA President on February 22nd.
Well, as I've stated earlier, I have a lot of plans for this Student Government Association. And one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to institute an open door policy to my administration the first day that I assume office. My door will never close as SGA President. That will ensure that no voice is too small for the ear of this SGA. You will be more than welcome to come and talk to me at any time during the day. I will be serving in many more hours outside of my requirements as President. I'm going to go above and beyond the call of duty. I can assure you of that. Whether it goes beyond working the required office hours, I'm going to make sure that you have a voice in the decisions that are made by our administration and the Board of Trustees. I will also say, as I stated earlier, that I'm going to be a voice to our state legislature and our state government here in Alabama. We've seen a substantial amount of state funding been dropped from the time that Chancellor Hawkins took over as chancellor of this university until now. That causes tuition prices to go up, and I know that's a very pressing issue for the students of this university. And I will be in Montgomery twice a month, and no less than that, voicing our concerns to our state legislature, and that will help us to have a voice in the decisions that are made by the government of Alabama. The second part of my administration, the second focus that my presidency will be focusing on, is a renewal of Trojan Pride. And as I stated earlier, within the first 50 days of my administration, we're going to start the planning stages of the Trojan Pride Initiative, which will consist of a series of events and incentives for students to communicate their Trojan Pride not only to their fellow students, but across the country as well. That will make them better representatives of this university in graduation and beyond, and I couldn't be more excited in instituting this initiative after I'm sworn in as president of the Student Government Association. And I want to close with this. John F. Kennedy once said that courage, not complacency, is our need today. Leadership, not salesmanship. And the only valid test of leadership is the ability to lead and to lead vigorously. My friends, let me be perfectly clear. I am not running for this position for any self-gratification whatsoever. I am running for this position to be your voice not only in the university administration, not only to our Board of Trustees, but to our state government and beyond. I will fight for your rights as students of this university. You have earned the right to have an SGA president that will listen to your needs and concerns and voice those concerns to our state government and our university administration. If you want to know more about the specifics of my campaign, I would invite you to check out my Facebook page, Will Thompson for SGA President, and follow me on Twitter at William T. Thompson. I thank you so much, and I hope I can count on your support on February 22nd.
Thank you, Will. Now, Jared.
Thank you, Courtney. My vision is simple as president: to instill Trojan pride into everyone that steps foot on this campus, continue to serve my fellow Trojans, and work together to make this one great university. Thank you.
Thank you. Will Thompson and Jared Morgan, candidates for Student Government Association President. That concludes our program. I'd like to thank all of our candidates for participating, and of course, thank you for watching. To see this debate again, check our website. Go to troytrojanvision.org/Troy and click on the Programming tab for showtimes. Also, beginning Tuesday, February 21st, you can view the debate on Troy University's YouTube page. Remember, the election for Troy University Student Government Association officers is Wednesday, February 22nd. Get out and vote between 8 and 5. For Troy Trojan Vision, I'm Courtney Still.